Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Intrigue, and today we're going to be taking apart this brand new GT60-2od and repasting it. This is only my second time ever doing this, so it should be educational for both you and I. So what I have is the icy diamond paste, 24 karat, and 2 screwdrivers. That's basically all we're going to need. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you find is there's a void warranty sticker. Underneath that void warranty sticker is your first screw. So just go ahead and rip into it, and don't worry about your warranty. They're never important anyway. So like I mentioned before, this is only the second time I've ever repasted it. The first time was about 2 weeks ago when I repasted this. It was very easy to do. So I figured I'll make a video this time, and this time repaste with icy diamond. Before I used the MX4 compound, and I was getting temperatures around 90 degrees under full load on my GPU, and around 85 degrees on my CPU. So I figured everyone else was talking about the icy diamond doing so much better, I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot and see what it was like. Hopefully the lighting's not too bad for everybody, but this is mainly set up just so everyone can see how it's done, since there's nothing out there just yet. So the back here is held on by clips, so it's always fun to get these off once you do have all the screws out. So all you do is pry it up like that. Set that off to the side. Hopefully I don't lose any screws in the process, but I'm known for doing that. So what you have here now is the inside of the GT60. Over here you'll see our 3 MSI slots. There's currently one in there, 128, easily expandable to 3. Up here you'll see the hard drive. Here's your GPU and here's your CPU. They are numbered. I know you guys can't see this, but it's numbered 1, 2, 4, and 3. And then also your GPU is numbered A, B, and C. So that way you take them off in the right order. The main thing you want to make sure you do first is go ahead and make sure this fan assembly can come off. And there's one more screw right back in here. So we're going to go ahead and pull this screw out. And you'll see that the fan comes right out. But one thing I should have done a while ago was pull the battery. So the fan's out, everything's easily accessible. We'll go ahead and start pulling apart the CPU and GPU. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now again, about a week and a half ago is when I repasted this for the first time, so I have no idea what it's going to look like. If it's really bad, I'm going to delete this video, but if it's halfway decent, I'll keep the video. So we'll have to wait and see. Now these are the important screws you don't want to lose. So all the screws are undone. We'll go through and make sure. And from here all you do is lift up. So you'll see that the CPU is sitting on top, so that's the one you're going to want to remove first. And to do that, you just pry up a little bit. With the paste on there, it's going to be a little sticky. So you just do that. And then over here, your exhaust system seems to have a little issues coming out also. I had this problem last time. So it's no big deal. You just go ahead and pull it out. So my pasting job wasn't too terrible for the first time, so I guess I can air this video. And you'll see there's thermal pads everywhere. These are your thermal pads. All of them seem to be in good condition still, so that's good. More thermal pads over here. I have not replaced any of those, mainly because I haven't bought any thermal pads yet. But they seem to be in great condition, so I wasn't that concerned about it. So let's go ahead and remove the GPU cooler over here. Comes out that easily. And again, another thermal pad. A little too much paste there, but you know, it is what it is. So what we're going to do next is we're going to clean all this off. Basically, I'm just going to use the old Q-tip and rubbing alcohol solution. If I can find my Q-tips. But I'm going to start with paper towels just because it'll be quicker. So you just hop right in there and start getting it off. The process isn't too bad to do. You know, anyone can do it. My old computer, I had an MX14, and I really wanted to repaste this, but it seemed like all the components were too deep into the laptop, and I had to take everything apart. So I never messed with that one. With this one, everything seemed to be right up on top, so I went ahead and popped it open and took a look. I guess one other thing is, if you're in here and you're planning on doing an upgrade for your RAM, this might be the best time to do it because it's easily accessible to your last two slots right there. Let's just keep this going and get these nice and clean. I'm doing this video for a couple of reasons. You know, no one really has anything out there for this GT60-2od yet, and boy, it's a beautiful machine. I mean, like I said, I came from the Alienware, and this is by far better in every possible way. The main reason why I went with this over like the GE40 wasn't because of the Intel and the 780. It was because of the Steel Series keyboard. I love that keyboard. I'm in school. I have to write a paper every week. It feels good to type with. So that is one reason why I got this one here in the backlit compared to the GE40. Let's just get this nice and clean in here. Now, by no means am I perfect. You know, like I said, this is the second time I've ever done it. So if I make mistakes, it's going to happen. Main thing is, I'll just have to make sure that everything looks good and runs good when I go to close it up. And also, if you guys suggest anything, I'm all ears. I'm willing to learn because I do want this to run for a long time. I have problems keeping laptops for more than 6 months anyway. So I think this beast should last for a while. Alright. That one looks pretty spotless. Come over here and get the finishing touches on this one. Now, I've seen questions asking what this black strip is here. I honestly don't know. It comes off pretty easily. I had to take it off last time because of all the pasting that MSI did. But this time it looks fine. So we'll just make sure that's nice and clean. Come back over here one last time, get everything off. Alright, you'll see that that's nice and clean. What I'm going to do next is go ahead and clean our the other halves of these, the heat sinks, and then we'll be ready to paste. Actually, I'll go ahead and toss this on there. The Icy Diamond requires 10-minute sitting period. What they also ask is that you do a 1.5mm dot in the middle, but you know, everybody is different on the way they do it. So how I'm going to do it is I'm just going to do a small line through the center so that way it spreads evenly. And as I sit here and look at it, this is actually the GPU and this is the CPU. So my mistake earlier on that one. Again, one nice thin line. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing down here. Hopefully this line being just a little bit thinner because it doesn't have as much to spread. And we'll let that sit for 10 minutes while I clean the other portion. So I'll be right back over here cleaning. I've been running all kinds of tests with this just to get results. I've never really done benchmarking or anything before, but I figure I could do that a little bit more than just play video games all the time. Maybe that way help other people out while learning something myself. I have found with this machine though, when you're using the cooler booster, the temperatures are 10-15 degrees cooler, but man, that fan gets loud. For some people it doesn't bother them, like me. I could care less about the extra noise. I don't really listen to the games I play all that much, so it works out well for me. But for others, that they hate the extra noise. I don't use the cooler booster much anyway, and I can still run all my games at, you know, ultra while seeing temperatures sit around 85 to 90. The highest I've seen the temperatures get was up to 93, and that was after test and test and test of benchmarking, so under very, very heavy loads. I'll have to look up my ambient temperature here in the room that I'm in, but it normally sits around 75, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. I just don't know what that is to Celsius right now. I could look it up, and I will here in a minute, but I'm not that worried about it right now. Alright, so we'll take a look and see that that guy's fairly clean now. This guy is fairly clean. Don't mind the light. It doesn't shine as much as the CPU and GPU, but it still looks good. So we're going to go ahead and toss this on there. It's only been 5 minutes, but these are a lot thinner than what the manufacturer calls for, so it should be ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that into place there. We're going to plop this right on down. So the manufacturer says to use 50 pounds of pressure while doing this. That's kind of scary when you're dealing with a laptop. So I'm just putting a little bit of force there for a second, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the screws in. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, that's one side. Let's go ahead and get this other side in. Alright, now again a little bit of pressure. And we'll go ahead and get these screws down. Now you don't have to go in order of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going backwards, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kind of like when you're taking your car tire apart, you don't want to do the first one, second one, third one all the way around. You want to do a star so that way nothing bends while you're screwing these down. Alright. Then we put our fan back in place. The fan's actually held on by 4 screws, but you only see one of them because the other 3 come out when you do the case. We'll go ahead and put this back on here, and we're all done. Alright. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down at the bottom. I'll try and answer to the best of my knowledge, but I'm not that smart when it comes to this stuff. I just like to dabble. You guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.